Hello and welcome to the programme. More ideas for you to help you with your own artwork, and of course we have, as usual, our friends the Artbox Bunch. Oh, Rex, have you lost something?
No, Dolly.
Oh, Bunchy, you poor little chap. Let me get you off there. There, that's better, isn't it? That's the way. Let me put you back on the desk. There we are. Well, here's our background board again. Still putting artwork up on it. And I think this time what we need is to find something to go into this area, more or less between the clouds. And frankly, I know exactly what I want, because on our board here, this panel has just what we want. It's simply got to be the hot air balloon. And we'll go and get on with that now.
No.
Oh dear. Now Bungy's got trapped inside. Never mind. Balloons. Now you can see what this has going for it is a circle, lots of lovely bright colour, and the circle becomes pear-shaped. Right? Now we can put that away and you know what we're going to try and make. So to make lovely bright colours, we're going to first have water onto a piece of paper. And this is the sort of thing that you're going to love and your mother isn't, so I suggest kitchen table, lots and lots of newspaper underneath. Use ink or watercolour. And now we've got a piece of paper nicely wetted. I'm using ink, you can use watercolour, doesn't matter. Yellow here. I'm going to hold it high above here like this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That'll do for yellow. Lovely this. Enjoy it. This is carmine. Carmine is a sort of pinky colour, and it's a primary colour. Look, here they go. Lovely. Oh, how splendid. And you can imagine which colour we'll put next, can't you? You see, that, when it gets into the yellow, it goes real, real red, not pink. And lastly, this blue is called cyan. It's a marvellous colour. If it can hit some yellow, we'll get a few green bits too. There. We'll get some there. There, I really enjoyed that. Top's on. Now, if we want to, we can move this a bit, you know. Now look, this really is going extraordinarily well. Do you see this point here? We've got real red and orange, and as we go over through the blue, we come into a wonderful green, which goes off into yellow. Well, we'll get this out of the way now, because it's pretty wet, and I can put that over there and bring in this dry version. When it's dry, the colours look even better merged. That's working very well. Now I can show you the balloon shape like this, and we can have a look and see where it would look best. I think absolute centre, like that. So if I turn that over, we know it's centre, and it doesn't matter which way we turn that, because it'll be the same. And there I can just draw very quickly where we want to cut it out. And cut it out we shall. Here we go. And when you've done this, it's quite well worthwhile saving all the little bits that are left over. You see, if I cut this gently round, not trying to go over the edge and make two pieces, we'll be left with quite a lot of nice colour pattern, which you can use for a collage or something at any time, couldn't you? That's quite good. So there we are. There is the balloon that we're going to work on.
Ugh.
Now, for the passengers. Shan't need these. Ignore that for the moment. But what we will need is a sheet of A4 paper. Now, this is the cheapest you can get. Photocopy paper. Splendid. We need a soft pencil, a rubber, and a permanent fine marker pen. Right? What I want to do is, with the pencil, to make a rough drawing of the basket. You see it's oblong shape like that. It could be go down to there. And the passengers within it. A circle there of that size and another circle there. Half a circle for the shoulders, you see, there they are in the basket. The gentleman has a high hat, Edwardian he is. The lady has a hat like that and hair that comes down like that. And that's really all we need to do for our basic drawing before we go over with the marker pen, which I'm going to do now. Starting with the basket, you see, not a straight line. I'm making these funny little shell-like marks down to the bottom there. That can be more or less straight, the bottom of the basket, of course. Now, we'll go to the occupants. The man's tall hat has a brim like that. This sort of shape. Following the line, he has sideboards that come, hair and sideboards come right down like that. Very old-fashioned. Eyes and moustache. Probably a cravat, something like that. And there he is in the basket. Here we'll have the lovely hat of the lady. That sort of thing. Her little face here, and her hair coming down either side. We might make that golden, I should think. I expect she's got feathers and goodness knows what here, bananas and fruit galore. Her wide apart eyes and a little mouth. And she will probably have a coat like that. You see, she's much daintier. Now that is all the black ink work. So lid on there. And we can use the rubber now to take out all those pencil marks. The permanent marker ink, you see, doesn't smudge at all. So now we have pristine black line there, and we can start putting in some colour. The basket, I'm using a brown pen. And do you see how I'm making a pattern of basket weave across here? It doesn't matter if this is a little bit rough, because we're going to put a colour on it and it will merge the browns slightly and look much more like a basket. And when we come to the very bottom, we can make a good line on there, because it would look like that. And what I'm going to do now is to use just some light yellow ink with a brush and go all over the brown that I've put, and we get a nice browny golden sort of colour to the basket. There, that's perfectly splendid. Now while I've got some black, I'll do something to this chap's hat. Needs to be just a little wider on that side, don't you think? Like that. And we could leave, you know, those little highlights on a hat, like that. But I think fill in the brim. And his coat, he's a little small-shouldered. I think I'm going to do this. That will bring things, widen him up a bit. More of a man, I think, there. Now the lady, her face. That's just to take the white away. A sort of flesh colour. We'll do the same for him. And the gentleman probably has rather pink cheeks. And why shouldn't the lady have pink cheeks too? Even more so. Now her hair. Dare we make it orange? Crumbs. I think we'd better make her hat mostly green. And perhaps that part of her coat. Now, what we can do is, don't use a ruler, because sometimes you get them inky or painty, and that's not a very good idea. But of course, the balloon does need, from the basket, lines going up to the balloon. You know, the lines that come from the basket and go up like that. So we could put those in with a pen, like this, and to the other side. Get the angle more or less the same. And now that's all ready to cut out. One thing I'd like to show you, and that is the original balloon and passengers, putting them in here, and you'll see at once against the white paper that the tiny passengers and balloon, I've used the same colour paper as that background that we're going to put it on, which, as you can see, when you're cutting out, you simply cut out like that, which makes the whole thing very much easier. So there we are, and this now is all ready to go up on our background.
No.
Steady as she goes, Rex.
Oh.
Well saved. Now look after yourself, Bungie. Well, here's our balloon with the colours we've just put onto it. That should go very nicely up there. Yes, that's about it. Well, that's all we have time for now. More in the next programme. Bye. See you next time.